Hello, students. Welcome you all to my class of current affairs. I'm your educator for today, and my name is Shubhi Srivastav. So, students, let's first start our session and talk about the most celebrated ceremony of the country, that is the Pran Pratishtha ceremony, which is going on of Lord Ram. Now, what is this? Where is this going on? What is the meaning of this Pran Pratishtha ceremony? Let us first understand that. Pran Pratishtha, Pran word means life. Pratishtha means to install. So Pran Pratishtha in short means invoking the life in deity. Invoking the life in deity. This means Pran Pratishtha. So now from today, after this Pran Pratishtha ceremony, that a statue, I would say, earlier it was a statue. That statue will be considered as a lively idol where the god is residing. So this temple, where is this temple? This is in the city of Ayodhya. What are the specialities of this temple? Let's first talk about it in very short. Now, first of all, you must be knowing that when you built your buildings or any of the house, my house or your house, every time you use iron rods you must be using, right? But in this temple of Ayodhya, this is the temple of Ayodhya. Over here, you are not this. No one has used this iron in this. No one has used iron in this. Then how this temple has been built? It is made of only red sandstones. Why? Because see, iron gets rusted after few years. Maybe even if you take a very good grade iron, even after that, it gets rusted, let's say after 100 or 150 years, or maybe maximum 200 years. But do this temple have to live for only 200 years? No, right? It has to go for thousands of years. So for this reason, iron has not been used because iron gets rusted. Instead of that, in this temple, red sandstone has been used. And also, the idol that is kept in the sanctum sanctorum of this temple is not of normal marble. Usually, what happens when you go in the temples, you most of the time you have a marble idol over there or of any normal stone. But marble will not go for thousands of years because you offer many things to your idol, to your deity, like you offer the milk, the water, all these things you offer to your deity. So marble will be absorbing those things. Because of this, a special kind of a stone is being used over here which doesn't absorb these things and which will go for thousands of years. The name of that special kind of a stone is Krishna Shila. Shila means a stone and Krishna means black. So because that is black in color, so it is named as Krishna Shila. Now let's move forward. Let's move forward and let us understand that where is this event going on. So it is going on, this Pran Pratishtha is going on in the city of Ayodhya. This temple of Ram temple, Ram Lala temple has been built in the city of Ayodhya, which is 117 kilometers away from Lucknow. Lucknow is the capital of Uttar Pradesh. Okay. And which river is flowing from here? It's just a general knowledge question. Saryu River flows from here. Saryu River flows from here. Moving forward, let's now talk about this temple. What are the specialities of this temple? So first of all, this temple has been made by Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust. Who has made this temple? Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust has made this temple. And who has made this trust? Let us first understand that. In 2019, Supreme Court ordered to make this trust, and Supreme Court ordered because of this reason that this trust will be responsible to make this Ram temple. Now, but Supreme Court or maybe the government can make it by themselves. So why is it so that the government has made a trust for this? See, India is a secular state and the government is not having right to make or to invest in any religious institution. It cannot construct any of the religious institution. But you know what other rights it has? Like, let's talk about the city of Ayodhya. So government is having the right to to do the beautification of the city of Ayodhya, but it cannot do any kind of beautification, or it cannot, I would say, spend in any of the religious institution. And because of this, the government constructed this trust, and this trust will be responsible for the construction of Sri Ram temple. I hope this is clear. Now, it was expected that around 1000 crore 1,000 crore of rupees will be needed to construct this temple. So this trust was responsible that it will be collecting the money, or you can say, in other words, it will be taking the chanda, the donations from the people to make this temple. Now, when it started taking the donation, when it started, when this trust started collecting the money, you know how much amount of money was collected? 5.5 crores. How much it was needed? Only 1,000 crores was needed to construct this temple. But 5.5 crore, thousand crores of money is already given as a donation. This money has already been received as a donation, and even it is right now also it is increasing a lot. So this is short, like what amount was needed. Now let's talk about what is the height of this temple and where is the sanctum sanctorum, and let's talk a few more brief details about this temple. First, let's talk about the style. What is the style of temple? See, India is mainly having three architectures of the temple. That is the Nagara style, the Dravidian style, and the Vesara style. In North India, most of the temples are built in Nagara style. In South India, most of the temples are built on the Dravidian style. And the Vesara style is a mixture of both the Nagara as well as the Dravidian. Now, because Ayodhya comes in North India, so this temple is being built on the Nagara style. What is the height of this temple? The height of this temple is 161 feet. See, 161 feet is the height of this temple. And what is the width of the stairs over here? 16 feet. The width of the stairs over here is of 16 feet. 16 feet. Now, we have already talked about the styles. When we come to Nagara style, what are the things that how this architecture is being built? Let's talk about in brief that what is actually the Nagara style. See, we are having the sanctum sanctorum. In Hindi, it is known as Garbhagriha. In English, it's known as the sanctum sanctorum of the temple, where the main idol of the temple is kept over here in the sanctum sanctorum of that temple. Now, this is the shikhar. This is known as the shikhar. It is the longest point. It is the longest point of that this temple or of any temple, and it is mainly above the sanctum sanctorum of the temple, under which the main idol is being kept. Now, also there is mandap. What is mandap? Mandap is a place, or you can say it's basically a prayer hall where people just do their prayers. They sit and do their and offer their prayers, and people also just do yagyas. So this is all about the temple. Okay, now comes a question. Why is it such a celebrated event? It's just that normally also temples are there and we construct the temples. So why is it such a celebrated event in the whole country? What's the reason? What is the story? Or what is the history behind it? Let us now talk about it. What is the history of Ram Mandir? The history of Ram Mandir, the timeline, that what actually happened from when it started. So let me tell you, it started in the year 1528. It started in the year 1528, and Senapati of Babur built a mosque here, and it was named as the Babri Mosque or the Babri Masjid. Babri Masjid was being built by the Senapati of Babur in the year 1528. After that, in 1853, Nirmohi Akhada claimed that Babri was made by destroying a Hindu temple. Now, that was the first time when Hindu-Muslim riots actually occurred. In 1853, first Hindu-Muslim riots occurred in the country because Nirmohi Akhada claimed that earlier there was a Hindu temple over here. And this Babri Masjid was made by destroying the Hindu temple. Now, in the year 1859, the Britishers, what they did, they said that Hindus cannot enter into this, and they fenced. They have done the fencing around that mosque, and they said over on the outer side Hindus will be worshipping, and on the inner side of the fence, on the side of that mosque, the Muslims will be worshipping. This issue was going on and on. Now what happened in the year 1949? Suddenly there was appearance of Ram Lala Murtiyan. Now what does this mean? This means suddenly idol of Ram Lala appeared. Some people say that this idol appeared on itself, while some other people say that someone has kept that idol overnight. There are multiple views of this. Some people say that it was such a mysterious thing that because temple was originally present over here, and that is why that idol appeared suddenly mysteriously. Others say, many others, that someone has kept it overnight. This issue was going on. Now, when people got to know, when people got this news, they started running here and there. They said that Lord Ram appeared on itself. He appeared himself. Now we will be worshipping him. And all the people, what they did, they entered in the mosque and they started worshipping. Now, when people started worshipping in this mosque, this issue got escalated. It got heated up and it went to the court. Now, in 1961, Sunni Central Waqf Board said, Sunni Waqf Board, it's a sect of Muslims basically. Basically, there are two sects in Muslims, that is the Sunni and the Shia. And here we are talking about the Sunni Waqf Board. And they questioned that how can Hindus start praying inside the mosque? It should not be allowed. And they just filed a petition in the court. They said that this land belongs to us. And it should be given back to us, and no one should be allowed to worship in that this mosque. Again, this issue was getting heated up, and nothing was no final resolution was coming over here. Now, what happened around 1976? Now, this was the important thing. In 1976, first time any political party had talked about this event. Now, what happened during that time? Lal Krishna Advani ji and this Bajpayee ji, Mr. Atal Bihari Bajpayee ji, they talk about making the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. But here the talks were on a very light note, on a very they took a very moderate stance over here. And this is the first time, as I said, that this was the first time that any political party has started speaking on this issue. But they don't get any, like, even after they have said that we'll be building a Ram Mandir over here, they didn't got any of the advantage in their upcoming elections of 1980. Although they were in the favor of Ram Mandir. So now in 1981, this issue was raised with great intensity and also with great rage. And also it was told to the people that this mosque was built by abolishing the temple. Now there was a great rage among the people that, okay, my temple earlier existed over here, and a mosque was built after destroying the temple. So after that, in 1984, Vishwa Hindu Parishad formed the Ram Janmabhoomi Mukti Yajna Samiti, and it started a campaign for the formation of Ram Mandir. Now that was important. That was a very important point. They started a campaign for building the Ram Mandir. In 1986, Faizabad court ordered the mosque door to be opened, and it allowed Hindus to worship inside. This led Muslims to appeal in the Supreme Court. So 3 years later, that is in 1989. In the year 1989, Allahabad High Court placed a stay on the mosque and stated that no changes should be done unless and until I am not giving my own verdict. Nothing should be changed inside this mosque, and no Hindus and Muslims should not they should not just run here and there. They should wait for our verdict. But in 1990, BJP leader Mr. Lal Krishna Advani started a Rath Yatra starting from Somnath to Ayodhya for the construction of Ram Mandir. This yatra led to Hindu-Muslim riots at several places in the country, and Mr. Advani was arrested in the state of Bihar. Now, then on 6th of December 1992, the volunteers, or you can say the car sevak, that were there with Mr. L.K. Advani, they demolished the Babri Masjid and they laid the foundation stone for Ram Mandir. See, car sevak destroyed Babri Masjid. All these car sevak or all these volunteers, they destroyed this Babri Masjid and they laid the foundation stone on this Babri Masjid, stating that now this land is ours. Now, this event led to widespread Hindu-Muslim riots in the whole country, across the country, resulting in thousands of deaths. In 1993, seeing all this, that everyone is saying that okay, Hindus are saying this land is ours, Muslims are saying this land is ours. Now seeing all this, government said okay, just let's stop it, and I am now just passing an act. They passed Ayodhya Act, the Ayodhya Act, and taking that land of mosque under the governmental control, that this is now my land. Government said it took that land in its own control. In 2002, Allahabad High Court allowed ASI excavation, Archaeological Survey of India. Allahabad High Court said that uh, it allowed basically ASI to excavate, and it said that okay, so now you're allowed to see that was there actually any Hindu temple over here beneath that mosque. ASI has submitted its report in the year 2003, and it stated that the remains of a large Hindu religious place is found beneath this mosque. Now, this thing was confirmed till here that okay, there was something, there was some large religious Hindu, Hindu structure was there, was earlier present over here. Now, in 2010, Allahabad High Court delivered a verdict to divide the land into three parts: one for Ramlala, second for Nirmohi Akhada, and third was for Sunni Waqf Board. So, Allahabad High Court said, okay, now the matter is clear. I am allotting three parts to each of you, to all the people, like one for Ramlala, one for Sunni Waqf Board, and one for Nirmohi Akhada. Now, all of you should be happy. But people said, all the parties said that we never wanted a share of land. We said this is a matter of faith. This is not about land that I want to have a part of this land. This is about our faith, that because Lord Ram was here, so I want this land. This land is of Lord Ram. This is not about dividing the land. All parties challenged this decision in the Supreme Court. Now, in 2011, Supreme Court overruled Allahabad High Court verdict, and it stated that this verdict was incorrect. How? In 2017, what happened? Okay. So, first of all, why it was incorrect? Again, the Supreme Court also said that no one wanted a part of land. No one wanted to divide the land. This matter is of faith. It's not about having a part of land. Supreme Court also said the same thing. And it overturned the decision of Allahabad High Court. In 2017, Supreme Court stated that the case was not about land, as I said, but also about faith of the people. And it asked the parties to negotiate it. Please just talk in your terms and try to negotiate it, what you can do, how this matter can be sorted without involving us. All the parties have done a lot of negotiations, but finally no result came. Then finally, on the 9th of November 2019, because no moderation, nothing was helping out. So on 9th of November 2019, Supreme Court ruled its decision and said that the land should be given to Ramlala, and the Sunni Waqf Board should be allocated a 5 acres of land elsewhere. This was the final verdict of Supreme Court. Court also ordered the formation of a trust named Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Kshetra Trust for the construction of this Ram Mandir, as we talked about earlier. Now, on 5th of August 2020, Bhumi Pujan ceremony that you can see over here. This is of 5th of August 2020. So, Bhumi Pujan ceremony for the Ram Mandir was held, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi laid the foundation stone of this temple. And now, 4 years later after that, that is on 17th January 2024, the construction of the Ram Mandir was completed. And now on 22nd January, that is yesterday only, on 22nd January 2024, the Pran Pratishtha ceremony, from where we have started our session, that is a Pran Pratishtha ceremony of Ramlala took place. And PM Narendra Modi participated in this ceremony and inaugurated the Ram Mandir. Now, this was a story of Ram Mandir. This was the history of Ram Mandir, which actually started from 1529 till 2024. So this is the story all about. So thank you, students. I hope this whole story, this whole timeline of why this issue has started, and what were the timelines in this, I hope now this would be clear to all of you. So thank you, students. Thank you so much.